to yogas for back, neck, shoulders and spine. My name's Diane and you are welcome to roll out your mat and let's get practicing. So sitting up tall, spreading the buttocks underneath you and getting ready to stretch out all of this tension across your shoulders, your upper back and your neck. We hold a lot of responsibility here. Start to roll the shoulders up by your ears. Take an inhale, peel them back and exhale, drag them down. And again, roll forwards, inhale, elevate, draw them back and exhale. Do that a couple more times. I tend to tuck my toes back weirdly as well at the same time. So inhale, draw back and exhale, drag down. Inhale and exhale, feels good. Lower your right ear to your right shoulder. You might want to flex the left hand or maybe even sit on that left hand. If that's enough, stay there or try and find a little sweet spot by rolling the chin round towards your right shoulder. With the lightest of touches, if you want ever such a little bit more, bring the fingertips onto the temple. Take a big breath here. Exhale, create that space between your left earlobe and the slope of your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Release your hand, cup it under your cheek so you take the body weight, push the head back up to center and release. Inhale, lift the shoulders up again, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, peel them down the spine. Bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Take the right hand out. I'm going to scoop that inwards underneath my thigh. Draw any ribs that are sticking out. Draw them back. And find that gentle, sweet spot. You've got a lot of nerve endings here and this can be an area we create a lot of tension and maybe even headaches can come. So take a big breath, take time for you. And exhale, let go. Let the jaw soften. Scoop the palm underneath. Inhale, come back up to center. And once again, little clicks and clunks there. Taking your right arm out in front, hug it over your body and taking your left arm, you might just want to place it here or you can come up into, we call it a sort of single arm eagle, twisting and rounding into the back of the shoulders. You might want to take a little thoracic twist through the spine as well. Take a big breath. Hug the shoulders down, lengthen the base of the skull. And inhale, come back to center. Another little click there. Inhale, reach the left arm forwards, bring it across, and then maybe hugging around the shoulder if there's any shoulder injuries. Otherwise, taking that above the elbow crease. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine and exhale, twist a little more. Get that lovely relaxation response. Inhale, come back to center and releasing the hands. Move into seated cat-cow. Inhale, rock forwards, elbows pull back. Exhale, roll under with the tailbone into the middle back and finally chin scooping towards your chest. Inhale, forwards. Shoulders draw back, maybe gaze up. Exhale, rounding back into your lower middle upper back. Do that one more time. Inhale. This is such a gift to the spine. It's really lovely to open up some space, release some tension, and inhale. Come back to center. Let's have a little cross of the other way with the legs. Bring the right hand down, pull the floating ribs in. Inhale, reaching your left arm up and over, bending your right elbow. Exhale, drag the shoulder down. So don't be afraid, unless it's really painful, to elevate and reach and create space, then retract it and create strength. Reaching up, exhale. Nice, maybe soften the gaze or the neck. Inhale. And if your breath doesn't work, swap it around. Exhale. And final one. Inhale all the way up. Oh, feels different on one side. Now bring the left palm down, sweep the right arm up, slide over as you exhale. Inhale, drag the shoulder down, play around with the wrist rotation. Exhale and inhale. I'm quite clicky today, so exhale and inhale. And final time, lift the ribs off your waist and pelvis. And inhale, coming back to center. Well done. Okay, I'll turn this way. Come to the long end of the mat with your hip facing outwards. And place your hands as wide as your shoulders. For those of you that kind of bend back at the elbows, don't bring the fingers to face backwards because it puts more pressure. So I'm going to turn my hands out. Feet shoulder width apart. Draw the breastbone up, chin lightly tucked in. On an inhalation, slide up, slide the legs forwards. And on an exhalation, if available, pull the buttocks towards your heels. Stretch the front of the arms. Inhale, push back. Tabletop, squeeze your buttocks. Exhale, forwards. So you keep the neck in line. Keep looking forwards. Inhale. Exhale, reach. This is strong on my front of my arms. Inhale, I'm sure you're feeling it. Grip the heels back towards your buttocks and exhale. Then slide back, sitting up tall. Take a little roll through the wrists. So they're also attached to the shoulders. So all this area gets a wonderful warm up. Moving into a little bit of abdominal support, lifting up here and getting ready to hold your calves and your ankles with a pointed toe slightly above the knees. Hands can stay here, or you can rest the hands back or on the fingertips and come into little toe taps. So we're working the core to support the back when we come into our deep stretches. For 4 and 3, alternating chest up, and 2, nice strong breaths, and last 1. And release. Give yourself a hug. And sitting back up. Keep the hands behind you. Turn them any way that feels comfortable. And windscreen wipe the knees towards me. Roll the chin across to the shoulder. Lovely clunk there. Inhale back to center. And exhale, reach. I love this one. This feels really nice across the spine. Inhale, center, windscreen wipe over, alternate roll with the head. And one more go. Inhale. Good, how are we doing? Exhale, reaching round. On an inhalation, coming back to center. Final cuddle. Then crossing your ankles, come forwards and coming onto your hands and knees. So whichever way you're facing, whichever way your head is facing, if you're sideways on, I'll bring my back arm, which is my left arm. But if your head's this way, bring your right arm so you can see what I'm doing. Inhale, lifting your top arm, push through the top of the feet and thread it underneath your armpit. Come onto the cheek and releasing your other hand to the floor for support. This is called thread the needle. You see a lot of passivity here, pushing through the palm, maybe taking that arm round to bind, But if you feel your neck is disturbed, don't worry, don't do that. You can bring the arm up, but I find that a bit compromising. Inhale, relax the jaw, relax the throat. And exhale, this is lovely for opening up the shoulders. If your hand was bound, place the palm down, push, and coming straight up into little cat pose, round your tail, your middle back, and your upper back, squeeze. Back to neutral position, let's swap sides. Inhale, lifting up, maybe take the gaze. Exhale, threading underneath, coming onto your cheek, moving the palm. Inhale. So I don't feel as stable on this side, so I'm not quite sure if I should bind, so I'm not going to. So stay in a comfortable position. Inhaling. And on the next exhalation, inhale, push up, press the palms. Exhale, rounding into your cat. And maybe have a little dance around your cat, feeling all of the warmth in all of the directions for the shoulders. And come back to kneeling. So bind your mat if you need to, or grab a little pillow or a block. Sitting up tall. In fact, I'll start this way and I'll come and face you. Round any of your sort of forward rotation of your pelvis back. Arms out in front. Taking your left arm and cross it over the top of the right and hug the shoulders. If available, you start to then bind your forearms and bring the hands here. So I'm going to come and face you. Ignore that I've folded my mat and come round in a clockwise direction, massaging the back of the heart and following your gaze around the fingers, and pause. Release the arms, give them a little stretch out, then coming over with the other arm. So it should be your right arm over the left. So it might look a bit weird because I'm not mirroring you. Exhale. This time come in an anti-clockwise direction. And if you went the other way, it doesn't matter. Relaxing the neck. So this is great for stretching out the back of your shoulders. Letting go of that responsibility and just being wherever you are today. And coming back, just take a pause. And then releasing the arms. Okay. Unbind your mats if you did that. Tuck the toes, hip width apart with your feet, and rolling back. Coming up halfway with the feet parallel. Maybe bringing the hands onto the shins into a halfway lift. You tend to swing back, so keep your positioning with your weight equal. Exhale, hold on to your forearms if that feels okay for your spine. Otherwise, come up with your forearms on top of the knees and just pause. Depends on your hamstrings and lower back, really. Exhale, can we allow the crown of the head to dangle? Maybe a little sway side to side, bit of awareness into your lower back. Inhaling. Good. How does that feel? Exhale. And release the arms. Bend the knees, squat the buttocks back. Bringing your hands just above the knees, and we'll have a standing cat-cow. So on the cow pose, we lift the tailbone, push lightly with the heels of the hands as the shoulders drag back. On an exhalation, round the chin to the chest, tailbone tucks. Do that a couple of times, pushing out through the knees. Inhale, exhale, rounding all that dangling pose, makes your hair a little bit wild. And one more time, inhale, push the sit bones back, lift the chest, straight arms here. And on an exhalation, rounding the spine, reconnecting down to the floor as you dangle. Bring the hands out in front. Just take a micro step back, bend the knees and sit back towards your heels. If this is okay, you can start in a high knee, but sit back. And for our final flowing, energizing, it's called an Egyptian cobra sequence. This is really beautiful for the back. Inhale, high knees, squeeze the buttocks. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, spread the middle finger forward, lift into your cow pose. Exhale, round into your cat. Tuck the toes, the cat meets the down dog as we push back. Exhale, inhale up onto the toes, bend the knees as you sit your buttocks back. And come back into devotional pose, buttocks to heels. Inhale, wiggle forward, slide the hands out, cross the legs, and we come into a lovely cobra. Exhale, back into devotional pose, bend the arms, forehead down, and inhale up. Flow. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round, lower middle, upper back, cat. Inhale. So it's a little bit shorter down dog, but that's okay. Exhale, down. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet, lower the knees, buttocks to heels. Exhale, devotional. Come up, wiggle the hands forwards, cross the ankles and come into cobra. If that's too much, you just come into cat-cow. Exhale back. One more time. You can do this as long as you want, but for the purposes of getting your body moving, hands down. Inhale, arch, press through the feet. Exhale, round. Hopefully you feel lots of wonderful new space in the body, in the spine. Exhale, press back, lift the kneecaps. Inhale up onto the toes. With control, lower the knees. Exhale, sitting back into comfort. And final hurrah. Inhale, coming forwards. Maybe take the hands a little wider to spread the front of the shoulders. And exhale. This time as you sit back, sit the knees a little wider. Bring the forehead down to the floor. And rest in your wide-legged child. Release your body into the earth. And connecting into your forehead brings clarity to not having to fight and flight in our reactions, because our calm nervous system is now taking over, and it's taking that edge off all of that stress that we build up in our shoulders, our jaw, our neck. And energy or breath doesn't flow as easily down through the spinal channel. Allow your body to fall a little deeper, a little more relaxed. So you're very welcome to pause here for a bit longer. Otherwise, rolling yourself up. Either coming round towards a seated position or to kneeling, if that's comfortable. Oh, I feel quite blissed out after that. Remember that whatever you're going through, if there's any challenges at the moment and you tend to hold all this worry on your shoulders, that it's much like the weather and a big storm cloud that passes. Hopefully the sunshine will come soon and it will pass. So well done for practice this morning. Draw the palms into your heartbeat. Thank you for practicing yoga with Diane today. Namaste.